Oh, hello. I'm EJ, you're you, and welcome to my channel. Y'all, I do not know if it is the cold or if it is the snow on the ground, but I've just been itching to get this jungle core fantasy going. So I have got, yes, another Ponderosa build for you guys today. This is for a valley moment, a jungle valley moment, the Valley of Champions. Ooh, fancy. So we're gonna get on into that, but before we do that, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the comment box, just hit all the buttons below, except for the dislike button. Don't hit that one. Well, I mean, you can if you really don't like it, but I prefer if you didn't. Okay, cool, let's get into it. Bye. All right, we have a campsite villager. I wonder who it could be. Oh, that's so weird. I guess we don't have a campsite villager. Oh my god. All right, everyone. Welcome to EJ Plays, I guess, where today we are going to be making a little jungle valley moment. The idea behind this is that this is kind of like this is going to be a transition point between the two parts of my island, the more residential part and then the second part of the island that I haven't really started on. But yeah, so I was making these kind of two really skinny rivers on either side of the walkway, and I wanted to make it actually a little bit thinner. So that's why I just got rid of all the rivers that I made. And now I'm making them again, just one square in. And this was also just because I wanted to give myself a little bit wider cliff to work with on the sides. So the start of this build, just like really any start of my builds that I always kind of do, is I'm focusing really on the terraforming first, just to get the, the canvas stretched or whatever. I don't know, that painting. I'm getting the stuff prepared, and then I'm going to actually do like the real design kind of stuff. And for something like this, it's just like a very structured kind of build. There's not like the terraforming is part of the design, but it's pretty rigid. Does that make sense? I don't know if it does. Whatever. I'm building this river out. So this is the river that extends down below the plaza, and this is right behind the Coco and Lopez and Boone's beach build area thing that I did I guess that was a week ago. And there's also going to be a little jump here. I want you to have to take out your Vulcan pole and cross over using that, because this other area, I want it to feel kind of like not dangerous. Well, maybe a little dangerous. I don't know. This isn't like the residential area. This isn't necessarily a place that people are coming to sit down and have lunch. It's like more challengey. I don't know. So I'm building up cliffs now along the side. I want it to be, we were talking about valley, right? Valley of Champions, if you will. And I gave myself a fun little challenge with this, unintentionally, I would add, in that I basically just gave myself 2 square wide cliffs to work with on both sides. And what that means is that it's not wide enough to actually put any trees or anything, which are like the big space filler and the big like vertical space especially filler. So this was like a fun, interesting little challenge for me to fill the space without using really any trees or anything like that. So now with all of the cliffs and waterfalls built, or rivers, really not waterfalls, I'm going to start putting down some pathing. We are still using this great stone path. Once again, if you would like to see what the design code for this is, it is in the description. All my design codes are always in the description. Check them out. Download them. Use them on your island. I love it. Actually, fun story, found out that this is the same design code that Ness of Life of Ness uses. So ain't that fun? Which, by the way, if you are not subscribed to Life of Ness, what are you doing? You gotta go do that. So go do that really quick, but also, keep watching the video. So I'm really trying to make this look like, a really old path and all that. And now I'm putting some Moai statues. I want to put Moai statues all along the edge of this valley, just because I really like the way, for one thing, they're really tall and kind of towering. And so I really like the way that they look there. And I also think that if we're going for like, you know, a survivor looking, Valley of Champions kind of feel, I think the Moai statues really like, you know, project that kind of the legend, all that, you know. Of course, I'm putting some design patterns down underneath them. You know, they fill in space. I found the design patterns, the little like tiles, especially these accent tiles, were key to filling in these areas because they really make it look super dense without there actually being a bunch of stuff up there. They just add like a nice little extra layer of visual information, and it makes it look just like a super full and lush area, even though it's like not actually that full. I mean, it's full, like every square is taken up, but like if there's no patterns, it just kind of looks a little empty because you see like, you know, grass poking through. And now, of course, I didn't show it for the palm trees, but I am doing my favorite little trees on cliffs hack. And this is the obligatory part of my build where I, you know, link to that video where I show you how to do that. So yeah, check it out if you want. But yeah, I did it for just the top level, just because I thought that, you know, it'd be a really great way to make this area feel, especially when you're walking down there, like, you know, you can't really see the top, like over the edges of the valley. It feels very tall. You feel very surrounded and enclosed by this imposing structure. So that's kind of the feeling I wanted. And now I'm putting down some extra greenery other than trees. We're putting down bushes and some flowers and things like that. I tried not to go super wild with the flowers because I think there is a version of this build that could just be like just bushes and flowers all over the place. And I decided I just wanted to add it, make it look a little different than that. And so I put only like a pretty sparse like flora kind of thing. And then I have, you know, the bamboo shoots planted. They will grow eventually. I thought I was going to do actually waterfalls all along the edge of this, and then they, I don't know, I just didn't do it. So there's like one waterfall at the very beginning of the build and then none. So that's fun. I don't know. But yeah, so now I'm starting to put down furniture, other than just like the Moai statues and things like that. So I'm putting down some fences, I'm putting down some potted plants just to add, you know, still some greenery, some tree element, but like, you know, it's not an actual tree. Cute, right? And then campfires. I really wanted this. I think the prime time to visit this build is like late evening, golden hour into the night, because I really wanted to put a bunch of like fires and lanterns and things like that, because I feel like that just makes it look really kind of like epic. And I'm also really thinking about the like the walk to tribal council on Survivor, if you ever watch that. Yeah. Cherry blossom branches, by the way, you saw me struggling with cherry blossom branches. They are 1.5 by 1.5, my least favorite size for any kind of furniture. Just doesn't fit. So I was really struggling with that, and then I ended up just putting them down. But I think they actually do look really good. So yeah. Okay. Guys, I put down these Turkey Day stands. I was like, yeah, they're cute, right? They're not cute. I don't like them. They look like really... I like them in other parts, but I just feel like they do not fit in with it. They're like neoclassical. They have like the, you know, the fake like Greek inspired bottoms and stuff. You know, it just it's bad. It was a bad move. I put it down and I keep it there for like way long of this build before finally just being like, okay, I don't like this. So now with the left side done, I'm starting on the right side. And the right side actually has this like a lot bigger area up at the very front that's next to the museum, which was great because I was like, oh my God, trees, but also like kind of difficult because it's a lot more space to build, to fill up. I was like, I'm used to just having 2 squares after the left side, and like now you want me to fill in more? Like, you know, it's funny because I was just being like, oh, it was such a challenge, but now I'm like, okay, it's also a challenge to fill up a lot of space. Maybe designing is just hard. Maybe that's it. Yeah, maybe it's that. It was also fun to figure out the maneuvering. through all of this just because this right side was actually like built. So I had to like kind of maneuver around this really filled in area to get to these spots. And there was a river in front of the cliff, so I couldn't just climb up. It was great. And that's why I had to get rid of a couple things from Dobie's yard to actually get access to this part. Now, one thing I tried to do with this side was I wanted to make them, it's kind of like when you do eyebrows, when you draw on eyebrows and it's like, okay, one looks great. And then you want to make the other one like not the same just because like it's not going to happen. And like you want to make them sisters. That's what I was really trying to do with this side of the river. Does that make sense? I was trying to make this like a sister. But yeah. Ooh, also, I do want to draw your attention. I know I was talking over it, but did you see that red mum cushion that I put down? I put like this design underneath it. I want it to kind of look like a one of those really big flowers that you find in the jungle. The really stinky ones. I wanted to make it look like that, and I think it really does. So I'm going to put that design code as well down in the description because I just think I love design codes where you put it down and you use an item with it. And they're perfect. I think those are actually technically for cabbages, but I'm using it for this. Cute. And I'm filling up this front area. This is an area that I actually really love. And you like really can't see it from anywhere. Like there's no way for you to really see this head on unless you're standing in it. But I still, put in the effort and try to do it. I'm kind of sad that you can't see it because I liked it. And then as you can see, I'm still having the issues that I always have where I have to go back and forth. It's just not super fun. Hi, Dobie. I cut a lot of it out, but I wanted to show you guys at least the struggles at this point. And just know that like struggles like what I'm showing now, those are happening the entire time. But if I kept them all in, it would be like a 30-minute video. So, for the interest of time, I'm cutting them down, but I don't want you guys to think that like I'm just doing this perfect on the first try. Not at all. I'm struggling. I'm running back and forth. I'm standing around for like 20 minutes in the same spot, just being like, what do I do next? So I just have to cut those out for, viewing purposes. But yeah, now that we're getting down to it, this section's like basically the sides of the cliffs are pretty done. And I'm just like walking back and forth, just being like, okay, how does it look when I'm walking through it? And I decided that it felt really open on this one end. So I did want to go and start building up some terraforming around that section. I forgot that I was doing I forgot what outfit I was in. So I'm in a different outfit, but like, just ignore it. It's fine. I actually really like how this turned out because having it be like another 2-level, that goes up to the 3rd level, right? Thing at the front really makes this whole area just feel super enclosed and like it's kind of like towering over you. And I really like that. Like it feels impressive. It feels domineering in a lot of ways. So yeah, we're just doing that. And of course, cleaning up weeds. I time travel so much. There's so many weeds on this island. I feel like I don't have a lot of spots on my island too where I have like these really grand waterfalls. And I feel like that is like a defining part of like jungles. So I do want to try and do more of those on this island. But like, I feel like up until now, it's been lots of trees, lots of cliffs and things, but not necessarily a lot of waterfalls. So, we're working on it. And of course, a double-tiered waterfall. You didn't think I was just talking about like grand waterfalls with a 1-level waterfall. No. If there's one thing you should know about me, it's that I lives for the drama. Actually, don't really live for the drama. I don't really like drama, if I'm being honest. But like dramatics, there we go. But like drama, like interpersonal, no, it's too much. It's annoying, honestly. I'm just like, ugh, can we just get over it? So yeah. Apparently Geminis are supposed to like drama or like be gossips or something like that. But like clearly I missed the memo or something. now the final waterfalls. This waterfall cascading, multi-tiered moment is ready to go. We're gonna plant some trees up here. We don't have to do the fun little trees on cliffs hack because I just gave myself enough room to put trees. How nice of me to just give myself the room I need to make the designs I want to do. Instead of limiting myself to two square wide cliffs. Am I fighting with myself? I don't know. Always. My biggest enemy, right? And here it is. Ignore those stairs in the background. Here we go. So as you can see, I got rid of the Turkey Day stands. I did not film that, but I did. And here it is. I think I'm really happy with this area. I think it's really like, you know, I was setting out to make an area that felt imposing. It felt old. It felt kind of like almost mythical in a lot of ways. And I really think that this is what this looks like. I love all the Moai statues along the side. I think it feels like a challenge. I think if you've seen Survivor, like this really makes me think of Survivor in a lot of ways. And that is like part of the theme of this island, which is very fun. So yeah, here this is. And that about does it for this build on Ponderosa, y'all. So thank you guys so much for watching. I know that this was kind of like a longer build, so I really appreciate you sticking around to the end. If you did, let me know in the comments down below, just because I want to see, by telling me what you had for breakfast this morning. I personally had a cinnamon raisin bagel with cream cheese and some coffee, and it was great. And yeah, if you like this video, hit that subscribe button so you can see the next one. We do lots of Animal Crossing design stuff. And yeah, I'll see you guys around. See you on the flip side. Okay, bye.